So I've set up a little spreadsheet here to play with some more unusual functions. So, and this one we're going to use the supported wizard dialog box to step us through it because it explains how we go along the way. So the first one I'm going to look up is power. Oh, so many. Power. Raises a number to the power of the other. So I'm going to click next. And it says the base is the number that is to be raised to the power of another. So I'm going to click this button to minimize the dialog box. And I want to calculate 25 raised to the power of 8. So I click the 25 and click the maximize button. Then click here in the power text entry box and click the select button. And then I'm going to click on the 8 here in the spreadsheet and reopen the wizard dialog box. There's the function result right there. It's a big number. I'm going to click OK. This is a good time to mention this. When a spreadsheet returns a series of pound symbols like this, it simply means that the value is too big to fit in the cell. So let's put commas in that so we can read it. And now we need even more space. Let me see, is that 152,587,890,625? Ah, that's a number worthy of the federal budget. All right, now for those of you who are taking trig, this is nice to know that spreadsheets all have a good range of trig functions. So let's calculate the cosine of 23. So we're looking for the cosine function. Now, of course, I've done a little preparatory work, but these are organized by category. So if we had gone to mathematical, it would be a lot easier to find the cosine one. So I'm going to click next, and it just says, give me the number. And again, say I'm following the same function. The angle in the radians for which the cosine is to be returned. And it's that. And, you know, to be honest, it's been so long since I've done any trig. It doesn't mean terribly much to me anymore. This is a really fun one. This calculates the date of Easter Sunday in any given year. How odd is that? So that's in the date and time, and it's the Easter Sunday function. Let's click next. It needs to know what year it is, and we're going to say 2015 that I've already put in ahead of time. And apparently Easter falls on April the 5th in 2015. This is a not terribly commonly used skill set, converting to Roman numerals, but let's see what, is that under the information set? No, let's go to all. I don't remember where I found that. I'll just go down to R. There we go, Roman. So we're going to click on 28. And the mode is an optional piece, and we don't need it in this one. And you see it's XXVII. And that's correct because the X is both 10, the V is 5, and then 3 I's for 28. And there it is right there. Let me skip down here. This is 212 in binary, very similar to the Roman conversion. And this is actually called dectabin, for short for decimal to binary. As you can see, there's a decimal to hexadecimal, decimal to octal. So let's do decimal to binary. And it's 212. And we don't have any places. And there it is. And although I haven't done the entire math, let me see. That's certainly along the order of correct. Okay, let me look at this one. This one is more complicated, but using the wizard to support you, it can be it's a very, very useful function when you're thinking about, for example, your first car, college loans, that kind of thing. So let's bring up the function. And this is the P payment function. And I won't ask you to do anything this complicated in your assignments. I just want to show you. So the first one is the interest rate per period. So we're going to go, and the interest rate is 8%, but it is 8% per year. And we're going to calculate it in terms of months. So I'm going to divide that interest rate by 12 to get the interest rate per month. And then the number of periods is the number of months. And the present value is the amount you're borrowing, $5,000 in this instance. Oh, and we have, we put a 1 in here. There we go. And it gives us the payment in minuses. Let me see what happens if I put a 0. Yeah, it has to be a 1. And we just have to accept that it actually means that you would pay $192.80 to pay off a $5,000 loan at 8% over 2 years every month. That would be your monthly payment. It expresses it in minus format because it's money going out. It's not money coming in. It's an expense. That's why it's a minus, you could say. But just to show you that those functions are there. And so many more. Just so many more. As you can see. Oh, this is just, let me go to all. So many functions. It's always worth checking if you need to do something to see whether there's something here that can help you do it.